What is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening. This is Behind the Days. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. I know I say this a lot, but I can't do this without you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. In this episode, we are going to be talking about finding your purpose, finding something that you enjoy doing, and just experimenting with it, seeing how you like it. We are also going to be talking about your brain and how you have conversations and you picture situations that don't really happen. And we kind of talk about why your brain does that. And then lastly, the last clip, we are going to be talking about money and what money means and how I act like a squirrel when it comes to money and when it comes to cash. If you guys are curious about that last part, you guys might want to stick around and tune in. But thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. It's the best way to support. But with that being said, let's dive on into it, guys. Thank you and enjoy. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Days. My name is Jacob. It's nice to meet you guys. Nice to talk to you. Nice to be in your guys' ear, on your screens, wherever the case may be. Thank you. Today, I really just had this thought just lingering in my head today, and I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about it, see what you guys think, see what your guys' insight is. And that is about purpose. Like, this thought that I'm about to say has popped in my head multiple times today, and it is, drum roll please, why am I here? Why are you? I think that's a really good question. Why are you here? What is your purpose? Personally, I think that is kind of a not really a trick question because everybody's answer is a little bit different. And it really just depends on what kind of person you are. Like, what is your purpose? Like, what wakes you up in the morning? What gets you out of bed? Like, this morning, I'm not going to lie to you. This morning was a challenge to get up. I woke up this morning and I just rolled my eyes and I was like, ugh, not this again. Not today. And it could just be the Monday blues or the weather or something else. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know, it could be something a little bit deeper too. But that's just me. I could be the type of person that just keeps digging, even for answers that probably aren't even there, which is why I keep having this question pop in my head today. What's my purpose? Why am I doing this? And I have to say, I have no idea. Just being honest. Like, I know I have an idea as to what my purpose is and what I want to accomplish. I don't know. Today just kicked my ass, dog. It wore me out. I was tired all day. I got good sleep. I got at least 6 hours of sleep, which isn't bad, in my opinion. It's not too shabby, but I don't know. I just kept wrestling this thought: what is my purpose? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I know deep down, I just want to help people. Like, I want to make an impact, whether it's big, small, it doesn't matter. Whether I change a million lives or change one, like, as long as I can help people. I don't even want to change their life. I just want to help them. Like, if they're in a funk like I was today, they can pull up an episode. They can listen to something and be like, shit, I feel you. And I don't know. Today just got me thinking. But that's what I'm good at. But that's a plus and a minus. Because if you really think about it, like the likelihood of you actually being on this planet, on this like earth, the possibility of that is crazy. It's like one in over a million. Like that is nuts. So you're here for a reason. But that's just life. I think that's the fun in life. Like your purpose changes depending on like your purpose changes just really depending on the season that you're in. Like if you're getting the bag and you're up in life right now, then your purpose could be different than someone that's struggling and not in their bag. And the more I think about it, I feel like that's just, I guess, just part of life, really. Just the fun in it is figuring out what you're here for. And I feel like when you find it, it'll click and it'll be magical. I feel like. And I hope everybody finds that. I hope everybody finds their purpose and I hope everybody finds something that gets them out of bed, that gets them moving in the morning because not everybody does. And that's just a sad fact. So if you got up this morning and you got moving and grooving, even if you got up from your bed and moved to the and moved to the couch, like you still got up. Like you didn't just stay in one spot. And even if you're going through a time like that, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I mean, that's just being human. But don't stay in it too long. I know it's easy. I know it's scary to get out of it sometimes, but I feel like that's what's best. Like you got to get out of that rut to see what beauty lies on the other side. Because if you look at a rut, it's just straight, dip, straight. You never know what's on that other path in front of you. You're just stuck. I'd say the journey of life is finding your purpose. And I say look at the possibility, the chances of you actually being here. Like I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said something, and I know I just said this, but I know he said something about that, so I'll find it. I'll post it up here somewhere and just blow your guys' minds too. Because when you're feeling down, or even when you're feeling good, like just the fact that you're here, bro, is awesome. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying this for me. Maybe I need someone to say this to me today, so I'm making this episode. But yeah, find your purpose. Find your purpose. I think everybody should have a purpose. Everyone does have a purpose, like purpose. Like everyone does have a purpose. Like you're here for a reason. Those Neil deGrasse Tyson stats aren't lying. And I know that your trials, tribulations, your life lessons may have put you on the wrong path or a different path. It's not necessarily the wrong one because all paths lead to the same place. Some just take a little bit longer than others. Some's just scenic. You know, you can either go the highway or you can go the scenic route. Me personally, I feel like I'm going the scenic route. Like I'm just taking my time, just kind of enjoying it. But don't get me wrong, path is not always smooth. Finding your purpose is not always a clear cut adventure. Because if it was, what would be the fun in that? You know? That's why that's why I feel like you gotta go travel, see other cultures, other ways of life instead of just your city or your small town or wherever you're from. I feel like that unlocks another level of there's more. And I feel like the more you widen your net as far as like insight and studying other people and just looking at other people will help you determine what you enjoy. I mean, really, that's what it is. I feel like your purpose is your passion mixed with helping others, and that's it. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? Think about it. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, go live life in happy days. I love you. Peace.
What is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. This is probably the middle of it right now. I really appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. I am currently on my way home. Just got done working and everything. Right now I'm deciding on if I want to go to the gym or if I just want to go home. But I'm probably going to go to the gym for at least 30 minutes just because, you know, haven't gone in a little bit, so might as well get back into it. But the real reason why I'm making this video, besides me just sitting here rambling, talking about whether or not I'm going to go to the gym or not, is I'm just curious on if you guys do this thing that I feel like I do constantly. I feel like I do this a lot, and I'm trying to really understand why this is the case. I haven't done really any research or anything about it. But do you guys have like full-blown conversations or full-blown arguments with people in your head that never even like happen? Or do you guys ever have a conversation or think to yourself how you would handle like a situation that never even happens in the first place? I do this all the time. I caught myself doing it yesterday, to be honest with you, when like, okay, so I was okay, here's the situation, right? So I was driving and I was going somewhere last night, or maybe I was coming home from work last night, and I was just sitting thinking to myself, man, one of these days I'm gonna have a kid, and if that kid is anything like me, they're gonna be doing some dumb shit. Because knowing me, knowing how I was as a kid, my mom will attest to this. My dad will attest to this. I did some stupid shit as a kid. Even as a teenager. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, all my choices were perfect. No, I did stupid shit. But it's really how you react to that situation that really makes a difference. And I was just thinking to myself, yo, how would you handle this situation? If like your kid just does something stupid, gets in trouble at school, like how are you gonna talk to him? Like how are you gonna handle it? And I just kind of talked to myself, just was like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just like sit him down, just try to figure out like where his mind state was, and just figure out why he decided to do what he did. You know, I feel like that's the only logical explanation and logical, you know, way to handle it. And it was just like that situation just made me think, what am I doing? Why am I using all this brain power for something that hasn't even happened yet? Like, I'm still on level 1 of having anything to do with that situation or being in that type of situation. Like, right now, I have no kids. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have anything that even adds up to having a situation like that or a conversation like that. So why am I thinking about it? I don't know. It's not even like future life stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like arguments. Like I could be in the shower and just like have a full-blown argument with somebody that one has no idea I'm having this argument in my head. 2, this conversation or this argument that I'm having is probably not even gonna happen. And 3, am I just going crazy? Like, that's why I'm asking you guys. Drop it down in the comments below if you guys do this type shit. Because I personally, I think I'm a little crazy when I do it, just because of just like how nuts it is, in my opinion. Like it's kind of crazy to have conversations with or arguments with people that like doesn't even happen. I got a bug in my car. What the fuck? I just killed a spider or an ant or something. Huh. But it just, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense as to why your brain does that. Like, especially if you know you're not even going to be in a situation like that. Like, why even have the conversation in the first place in your head? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I making sense? Like, I feel like I'm making sense. I don't know. I don't know. That's the best part about these videos, is because you never really know what you're gonna get. You never really know what the topic is. Like, I feel like the last part of this video, the first like little speech, was kind of like, you know, bit, it was kind of motivational a little bit. This one's just kind of odd in my opinion. Like, especially if I'm like, I'm not gonna say I'm a rare breed, but like people that have conversations in their head like that, is that even like a normal thing? I need to do some more research about this. That's what I might do. That is what I might end up doing tonight, is probably watching some YouTube videos about it, looking some stuff up on the internet. I am super curious about this, to be honest with you. I'm just curious as to why your brain thinks that's a good idea. Because to me, it doesn't really make any sense, because you're using all your brain power for something that may not even, happen. I don't know. Like I said, it's just a ramble. I just want to know what you guys think. If you guys are the same way, or if you guys have like a different way of viewing it. Maybe I'm not going crazy, Maybe it is a normal thing that people do, and there's a logical explanation as to why your brain does it. I haven't found one yet, partially because I haven't looked for one, which I'm going to now. But I think, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. But we'll see. We'll see what the research has to say about it tonight. And I may do a follow-up on this, be like, yo, this is what I found on it. But I don't know. Like I said, I just want to hear what you guys have to think. It was just a thought that popped in my head, and I'm just kind of curious as to why we do it. If you guys know why we do it, drop it down in the comments. Let me know. It'll save me some time from doing this research. But if you guys don't know, but you guys do it, drop that down in the comments too. Let me know what you all like talk about yourself. If you actually have like conversations in your head about conversations you want to have with people, or if it's more like just thinking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I think that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know this is probably the halfway point. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Go live life in happy days. I love you. Peace.
Money. I know everybody loves it. The world revolves around it. Money has made people millions of dollars. Money has taken away millions of dollars from people. Me personally, when it comes to money, I love to spend it. However, when it comes to cash, that's a whole different story. Now, recently I picked up a second job, and from time to time you earn cash. Me personally, I love cash. Like, I love having it. I feel like a squirrel sometimes, though, like when they're preparing for hibernation or whatever the case may be. I like to just pile it up, hide it in like different places in my room, and just keep it, just sit on it. Which I know theoretically is not probably the best thing to do with your cash, especially if you have like a lot of extra cash, because that cash that's just sitting there, if you threw it in like a market or like a money market or like an account like that, you could be earning more money on top of that money. But when it comes to me and cash, like I said, I feel like a squirrel preparing for hibernation. And I think personally, I like to use my card more than anything because I look at which is what I'm about to say is probably not the best way of like viewing money in your account, but I look at it like fake money, like monopoly money. It's just numbers on a screen. Like that has no value. Although it's money, it's going to have value. But like it doesn't have I don't know, it doesn't have like that tangible like you're holding it in your hand like you would cash. And like with cash when you use it, um you see the amount. You see your stockpile that you have like in your room right now. You see it just shrinking every time you use it. And I feel like when you use a card, you don't have that feeling like something's depleting or like you have to give up something in order to get something back like you would cash. A card, you just walk into any store that you want, you look around, you pick out 5, 10 items, you go to the checkout, and then you just swipe a card and you're done. That's it. People swipe cards all the time. Today, I have already swiped my card, well, twice. It's not really a lot, but I don't know. I don't know. I f- I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. There's just something to it when it comes to like cash and something. Sorry, I just want to note I'm battling a cold right now, so if you hear a lot of like sniffles and a lot of coughs and stuff, I'm gonna try to edit all that out as much as possible. But just bear with me. Um, we're gonna get through this. Um, but this cash situation, I was thinking about that on my way home because one night I got like $75 in cash, and I was like, dude, this brings me back to like high school days when I used to always have cash on me. I would always find cash somewhere, you know what I mean? And it just like brought me back to like that time period and I was like, dude, I used to stockpile this. I used to have a shoebox full of money. Let me see what I can do with it now. And I'm not really sure where that mentality comes from. I feel like there's something wired in your brain that you or not that you personally, but like you even subconsciously just like wanted to stockpile it. I don't know, maybe if it's like a fear, like maybe if I don't have this cash laying around, then if something bad happens, what am I gonna do? Like what's gonna be the situation? What's gonna be the root of everything? But money and and cash, I feel like it's really just your own personal experience. Like everybody has a different look on it. Like me, I say blow it. Blow it. You know, scared money doesn't make money. And if you have the money, do what you want. You only live once. Money comes and goes. You can always make more money. That's my look on it. Maybe that's not the healthiest mind look because yes, I do save, but I don't probably save enough. And and I feel like I need to get better at saving money. That's why this whole cash si- cash situation. That's why this whole cash situation came up. And I was just really just thinking like, should I put this money in the bank? Should I hold on to this money for like a small rainy day fund? Should I put it in like a money market account where it could grow 3% every year or something like that? Money is not just a way, like your look on money isn't just the way you grew up. Actually, it is. I feel, let me take that back. Let me take that back. Let's rewind the tape for a second. I feel like money and your relationship with it is based on really how you grew up with it and what you had growing up and what you were able to see like others with money. Like if you grew up in like a wealthy part of town, you're able to see what money can bring you. Like as far as like value in life. Like you see everybody in the nice cars, you see everybody in the nice houses, you see people at the grocery store buying whatever they want and not having to worry about it. Like you see all that. On the other hand, I feel like if you grew up with not enough money, you have like that scarce mentality. Like you feel like that's all you're going to get. That's everything that's going to happen for you. Like that's your certain amount. Like you most of the time I feel like people that grow up in those environments can't see the bigger picture. They can't one because they don't have the opportunity. Like I feel like if you grow up in like a wealthier part, you have the resources, you have everything, you have people to kind of like mentor you and tell you what to do and what not to do. And when you live on the other side of town, you just don't have that. So you don't know what your possibilities are in life. And you don't know that, hey, if you have an extra amount of money, don't go out and buy this thing that's not going to keep its value. Go out, put it in like this account. It's a long game. It can't be immediate, but eventually it will grow to be bigger numbers. Like I feel like that's what people are racing for nowadays, especially with the Bitcoin like craze that happened during the pandemic. I feel like people nowadays are looking for the fast way to make money. What like what can I do to become a millionaire tomorrow? And then I feel like those type of people, I'm not like dogging them or anything, but I feel like those type of people waste more money because they're trying to jump from one thing to another instead of focusing on just one thing alone. Because I feel like if you put the same amount of money in one thing versus if you put the same amount of money break that down into like 4 or 5 different adventures, then the growth on the one that has the only one single thing will grow, I feel like will grow more than if you have like 5 different businesses going on at the same time because you don't have the time, the resources to hit all 5 of those things that need to grow. When in reality, you can focus a lot of your time on just one thing, one project. I don't know. I just feel like money is good. I feel like money is important, obviously, but I feel like it can also be like a dangerous thing. I feel like it can be a dangerous thing for some people, but for others, it could be a blessing. And I'm sitting here saying all this, and I mean, I don't have a lot of money. I mean, I'm only 26. So if that really tells you anything, I'm not one of those people that invested in Bitcoin in 2008 and now a millionaire. No, I'm working 2 jobs, going to school, and just saving, just working. My philosophy is work while you're young. You can relax when you're old and do more things. So that's what I'm doing. Um, but I feel like I don't know, to be honest with you. I just feel like if people understand what the actual value of money is, because it's not just like a physical like piece of paper, like a dollar is more than that, or $1,000 is more than that. I feel like yes, the more money you have, the more freedom you have because you're able to do whatever you want. But that money also has downfalls to it. Like you're gonna have people that come out of the woodworks and just pop up and be like, "Yo, Where's my money at? I've been with you forever. I haven't talked to you in so long, but give me some money. I know you. I'm related to you. Like, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be just random people on the internet just talking shit because you have what they don't have. Like, I feel like that's something that people with money really don't talk about because they know what the opportunity cost is. When you have more money, you're gonna have more eyeballs on you. That's just the way it is. And I feel like if more people had a healthy relationship with money and with just like cash, your credit, um, and not have this like limited amount mentality, then I feel like more people would be able to grow, more people would be able to prosper more because they understand just what money can bring them. Like if you, like I said, if you take that money, invest it in 20 years, you could have $1.5 million or something. It just really depends on how you move that money. And you can start with literally any amount. Like, that's one thing that I feel like people also don't understand. Like, you don't have to have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to start investing. I started investing and I only put in $20. Like, that's all it takes to get started. Then every once in a while I'll put in a little extra, but like you don't have to have a lot to start. You just got to start, and you got to remember that it's a it's a long it's the long game. You're not going to have like this big growth overnight. It's going to take years. But I feel like the best things in life take time to grow. Every blah, blah, blah. It, I feel like everything in life, everything great in life takes time to grow. And if you want that quick like dopamine hit, like, yes, I made $1,000 real quick, or you made $20,000 off like a Bitcoin, but then you got to watch it each second because it may tank. Like, I feel like if you live like that, wanting the quick fix and everything, you're going to be stressed out, and two, you may be in the red more than what you started with. Now, this is not financial advice whatsoever. This is just me thinking out loud, to be honest with you. But that's just my view on it, I guess. I don't know. You guys can take the 2 cents and deposit in the bank if of knowledge if you guys want. But if not, that's fine too. I don't I don't really know anything about money. I love money. I want people to have money. I want to have money. And really it all just starts with the relationship and the mind frame that you have with money. And if you want to invest, you just got to make sure and understand that it's the long game. You're not going to get big growth overnight. It is going to take some time, but it will happen. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Behind the Days. I really do appreciate it, you guys. You guys have no idea what this means to me. That people enjoy, that people watch this. If you guys do enjoy it, if you guys got something out of it, or you're like, huh, never really thought about it like that, please like, uh, subscribe. All the social links are gonna be down in in the description below. So go check those out. I think we post on Instagram more than we post here. I'm trying to do better posting on YouTube, but now I'm busy. So I I will post whenever I can. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, go live life in happy days. I love you. Peace.